Welcome to Confessions of a Broken Heart. To all my friends on Facebook watching this, and to my ex, I am officially now broken. I've tried to hide this for a very long time. I've tried to deny that there was something wrong, but obviously if I'm not on Facebook, you can see why. And I'm going to explain it in this video. Over the last year, I've gone and thought about a lot of things. Where my life's taking me, where my life is, and what my future is. And unfortunately, the reality of all of it is I don't have a future. I don't have a path that I can take anymore because of what they did to me. As I've explained in a lot of these vids and to my friends that know me, a relationship's never meant to be perfect. But the fact that I don't think to this day how much my ex realizes what her and her family did to me for 6 years is appropriate, is fair on me. What they did was very wrong. What I had to put up with for last year was the most disgusting thing I've had to put up with in my life. I had friends come and go. But the one thing that never truly died was the love that I had for her. I don't understand the person she's become because it wasn't the person that I fell in love with. I was the one that had to change. And I did. But for what? For her and her family and her new partner to destroy me? Destroy my life? It's because of them that I can't have a friend to trust ever again. It's because of them that I cannot have peace in my mind and my heart. It's because of them I'll never have closure. And it's because of them my mind is so screwed up right now that I can't even have a friend and I can't even talk to anybody. And it's kind of why I'm taking a break off Facebook. If you are my friend watching this, look, I've said for a very long time, my ex is not going to do anything to fix this because she's too lazy. She can't grow up and she can't act her age. I'm very disappointed in the woman she's become because, people always thought I was the bad guy, but people don't realise that I was never a part of her family. Their plan was always from day one to get me out of the way. Their plan was from day one to make sure that me and my partner wouldn't work. So you see, unless they choose who she dates, then you'll never get a good chance. See, the first time around when I dated her, I had to put up with their shit because they didn't like me. Because they knew that I was trying to make her grow up and see things from an outsider's perspective. They broke us up the first time and they broke us up the second time. They're to blame for all this. They're the most horrible people I've ever met in my whole entire life. Considering her ex said, look, you never had a chance, Andre. Those people are who they are. And unfortunately, just like, him and me, we've both suffered through hell through that family. A normal relationship, you don't have a parent ring up every single day, every single hour, asking what you two are up to. That's not a healthy relationship. And I wouldn't be surprised if she goes through that now. As parents, you want your kids to be happy, but why interfere with their lives like they do? But they chose to destroy mine. I'm not sure if I'm going to come back to Facebook. I'm not even sure if I'm ever going to talk to someone ever again. There's 4 missing pieces of the puzzle right now in my life that I want filled before I start talking to anybody. And one of them is closure on this subject. I think I deserve that. Unlike her, it didn't cost her $2,000 in court fees last year. Unlike her, You know, she didn't have sleepless nights worrying what her future was going to be, because she doesn't have one. She doesn't have a license. She doesn't have a job. She had nothing to lose. But she lost me. I'm not going to cry on this video because I've shed too many tears. On my drunk karaoke, if you've seen the last episode, obviously some certain songs you know who they were meant for and why it hurts so much. I don't understand how someone at her age cannot become an adult and stand on her own 2 feet. Now, being in a relationship and never feeling accepted, never feeling loved or wanted, it's a fucking miserable thing. And I had to deal with that for 6 years of my life. I was never good enough for the family. I was never good enough for them. And people don't seem to realise I was mentally abused, I was physically abused by the whole family. I think the worst thing is at nights I would go to spend some nights up at my partner's place because, you know, I loved her and I cared about her. And the fact that her sister always deliberately parked behind me, so if I had to leave any time in emergencies, I couldn't leave. Her sister made it hard for me to be in that place because her sister kept banging doors, you know, God knows how, the mornings, always made me feel uncomfortable. And, you know, I'm there to see my partner and be there for her, and I had to put up with that for fucking 6 years. I didn't deserve that. The fact that both her sisters made me feel so uncomfortable in that house that I couldn't even, like, go there. You know, when she comes here, you know, she's playing the PlayStation, playing the Xbox, she's relaxed. She feels welcome because we love her and we cared about her, me and my parents. And, you know, we're all very close here. But I didn't feel that when I went to her place. I felt cold and lonely. And I swear shit was biting me in the bed. Like, when you've got 2-3 cats sleeping on the bed, their fur goes up into the air and goes into the sheets. It sinks into the mattress. I remember one day making the bed and I saw the mattress and I was like, fuck, no wonder why things are biting me at nights. I couldn't sleep in that bed half the time. You know, she'll never grow up because her parents won't let her grow up. Parent, not parents, because her stepfather never really married her mum, so I don't call him a stepfather either. I call him a piece of shit that lies and tries to start arguments with me and other people in my family. I remember when this was going down, the fact that he used to say so many lies to my mum and dad. I was like, you piece of shit, you're lying. You know I'm not saying any of that stuff. You know I'm not doing any of that stuff. When you had so many people against you and people following you at night, that's why I had to change my car, because I had people following me at nights. You know, I was threatened in a park by someone that was close to her. I didn't need that. And to this day, you know, I look at my phone consistently going, when is she going to call? When is she going to make an effort? When is she going to bury the hatchet? She knows she's safe around me. She knows she's safe in this house. You know, for every little change that happens in this house, I'm still not letting the change happen in this room. Because mentally, even a little thing like changing sheets on my bed or changing the colour of, you know, my walls, it's like a little piece of her is going away from me. Now, many people would have said, why haven't you given up by now? Because when you're living with someone for 6 years and they're your everything and you're waking up to them every day, you're telling me you just fall out of love for that person? No. Because the last moment I saw her, when I looked at her eyes in the Botanical Gardens, there was still love in her heart. And to be honest, I don't believe that has gone. I feel like there's something not right in my gut. And if she's watching, I do think she can do better than him. I don't even think that, you know, number one, the engagement was a complete joke. And if you watch the end of this video, I'll leave a link to my reaction to that. But my parents, my friends, they've all looked at my ex-partner's current boyfriend. and they all don't understand what the fuck she sees in him. There's no looks there. There's absolutely no looks there. He's not attractive. He's not good enough for her. And she thinks that, she can't do better than that. I don't believe that. Maybe because she thinks that she's a bigger girl, she has to be with a bigger guy. But I don't believe that. You see, unlike him, that he's part of their whole plan to take me out of her life and probably take her father away from her. I actually generally love her. I generally care about her, and I want her to have her freedom. And I want her to realize what's going on in her life is completely bullshit. Unlike him, 24/7, I'm there for her. No matter what time of day or night. In the pouring rain, if it's 4 a.m. in the morning, I'll get out of bed just to pick her up. Because what she has in a relationship, I don't know what you'd call it, to be honest. It's just... And I don't think she realised this. I know these vids somehow get to her because of a certain spy on my Facebook. But at the end of the day, I've shown that I've grown up. I've shown maturity. I've shown no anger and hate, but mostly disappointment in her. Because the girl that I was dating for 6 years was kind, loving, yes, vulnerable, but at the same time decent. But now she's become exactly what she used to rubbish her sisters for. She's a nasty bitch. She has no heart, she has no soul, she has no compassion. She always rubbished the sister she lived with. She rubbished her every single day. But she's becoming exactly like her. She used to rubbish one of my ex-friends all the time. But she's becoming no better. From someone that was manager of a store and getting ahead in life when she was with me. Nothing. Back to her old life, the way it was before me. And people said, how can any normal girl give up you, Andre, and everything you offered her? I don't know. I'm going to miss my friends for a while because after this vid I won't be talking to my friends either. I barely even talk to my parents. I am so broken mentally and physically. As I was working the other day, I was like, what is the point? I'm doing the same schedule every single day. I have maybe one friend here, and it was very lovely of her to give me a kiss and a cuddle one night at 1 a.m. in the morning in a dark park. That was very creepy, I know, but at least she made an effort to show me some affection. And that was the first time this year that I let someone show me affection and love and kindness. I know I have some friends that love and care about me, but it's not enough. I need the 4 missing pieces of the puzzle to complete the puzzle so I can have a path in life. Like I said, the first piece is obviously having me and her, my ex, have peace, tranquility, and a closure. It would mean a lot to me even just to have a friend in her, because I feel like if I could trust one person as a friend, it would be her. Because right now, if I could talk to one person, it would be her. Now, if you guys end up sending her this vid, I'll tell you in advance, you're not going to get a positive response, because she has no heart, she has no soul. Even though I've showed so much compassion in all these vids since day one, and we are 20 plus episodes into Confessions of a Broken Heart. What's she done? Niente. Nothing. Zero mio. Well, that's sexy. Zero miedo is zero fear. What an idiot. The only thing that I would say to anybody watching this, if you truly love someone, don't ever give up. I know it's hard to walk away, but sometimes it is the best option. But at least have a closure. At least have an ending. Look, I don't deny what I did the last time I saw put through for 6 years, all built up that day. She never defended me against her parents. She never once said, hey, I love you, I really love you, and I really want to make this work. Never once said that. I mean, she was the one person where I would have thought kids and marriage would have been a very special thing that I could have given her. And I was waiting to tell her, but I was too late. I was 6 months too late, I think. Why does it mean so much to me now? Because you don't realise what you have until it's gone. And you don't realise that they're not just your soulmate, they're not just your fiance or your partner or your wife, they're your best friend for life. And I want my best friend back. Even if it's just, mates just talking and hanging out. And not with him, obviously, because I don't think that me and him are ever going to see eye to eye. He's a very violent person, and that's something that I don't understand, why she's with someone that's very violent, a cheater, and especially when he's got all these horrible people on his Facebook, like, prostitutes, druggies and that. And I didn't have any of those sort of people on my Facebook. I don't know how she can, be with a guy like that. He does not... I've asked a lot of my female friends because I wanted an honest opinion, and none of them has ever said any positive things about him. In fact, one of them actually messaged him on one of their fake profiles, and he even said that she was a very attractive girl. He's already saying to other women they're attractive. That makes me sick. Because my friend messaged him, and I didn't know she messaged him under a fake profile. And yeah, he complimented her on her looks. Nice boyfriend you got there. And if that's just one case, how many other cases are there? I would never hide anything. Never did, actually. I always, unfortunately, told the straight out truth when it comes to me and my ex. But I'd never cheat. I'd never lie. But at the same time, all the women I've talked to have said there is no way in God's green earth any normal woman would even do anything with a guy like that, let alone sleep or kiss him. They've all said he's repulsive, he's ugly, he's fat, he's an old man. All of them have said, you've got to be kidding me, right? You're so much better looking than him, Andre. You're so much more better than him. Why that over you? I don't know. Well, I think I do know, but I think I've made that quite clear, that it's just because she's down on herself and that's who she thinks she's better off with. She's better off with me. This new me. This loving, kind, caring, strong believer in my faith in my Lord. I don't know how or where this change came from. But I guess when my ex told our mutual friends that Andre has to change, I didn't think I'd change this much. I'm more vulnerable, I'm more loving, I'm more kind, I'm more caring. I'm not ashamed of that. But after what I've been through, last year, I'll tell you a little backstory. I was so needy for love and affection that over the year I hooked up with 8 different girls. All of them I did not plan. I just wanted someone to talk to. I just wanted a friend. And then each of the months went by, I just spiraled out of control. I kept seeing different girls on different weeks, different nights. It was a spread of 12 months, by the way. And I would just let them have me. I would definitely say none of them were my type either. Except for the Russian girl, man. Fucking hell. Russians really do it better. Just on that note. But even she was, not all there. She had problems. I could have been someone that could have made her very happy. She was one woman that I was like, best kisser I've ever had. Sex was good that one time. But it was more the fact that she was going through a stage in her life really bad, something similar to mine, and I thought that maybe there could have been something there. I got fucked over by her. That's the reality of the story. And then towards the end of the year, I met this girl that, this 18-year-old that I never thought that there would be anything. Why would there be? Very attractive. I bought her a beautiful Christmas present because I wanted to make her feel special. Because I did like her. I was very attracted to her. I did want to spend some time with her. But I felt very used by her, very betrayed. Like, I felt like the only time she wanted to see me is if I bought her something or drove her somewhere. And long story short, when me and her, parted ways, I felt a bit of emptiness because afterwards she had to use the line, I did started to develop feelings for you. And that's like kicking someone in the nuts on the way down. And that was really the final straw I had with just people in general. I was like, I spent 3 months getting to know this person and developing feelings for this person, knowing that this person would never kiss me back or never, ever be my girlfriend. And to hear that, I was just like, fuck. But now that you've watched this video, to everyone on Facebook, you know why I'm off Facebook. You know why I'm not answering messages or phone calls. I don't know when I will be back. I mean, I've got this video and another video I'll be posting at a later date, the drugs issue. I know that's going to piss off a lot of people, but I've got some strong opinions on that subject. Drunk karaoke episode 3 will be coming up as well. I've got I think I'll be doing I'll be really doing that chili chip thing. I don't know where the vids have gone, but if I find them, I'll make that vid because it's so funny watching me eat chips that I fucking didn't like. They'll fucking gross, some of them. But yeah, thank yous for watching this vid. Obviously, it's something that I wanted to get off my chest. Now you do know I'm very broken. My head's just gone. And I think there's only one person that can make it better, and it's her. I do want closure and a friendship because I think that I deserve that. Fuck, even if it's just one day of playing Pokemon or one night of just playing Pokemon together. I know that seems very weird to some people, but that was like our thing where some nights we'd go out, we'd take gyms, play some Pokemon. She'd get a shiny, I'd have a go at her, then I'd get a shiny and be like, fuck you, I got one back. But at the end of the day, she did teach me that when it comes to that subject, I need to be a little bit more nicer to people. And since then, I've given out shinies to people, rare Pokemon, giving people regional Pokemon. So if they can't get it here in Australia, I'll give them the Pokemon. I've been really helping people. I've even been helping other teams keep gyms during the day so they could get their coins. So, but like I said, I don't know when my brain's going to be fixed. I don't think it can be now. What I had to put through for 6 years is, yeah. I mean, there's a lot on this subject, but obviously there'll be vids explaining that. But like I said, I never felt very loved or wanted. And I think what she needs to realise is if she was going through what I went through for those 6 years on my end, she'd be in this state. What if I was the one that turned my back on her after 6 years and then put her through court, made her cough up $2,000? How would she feel? Because I wouldn't do that to the person I love. I wouldn't let my parents or other people interfere either. But she did. And I want you Facebook people to know, and my best friends to know, that your I love yous do mean something to me as a friend. Because I love you is a very hard word to say, even if you're in a relationship. But I know some of my good friends that are in relationships are not afraid to say they love me. But I don't know when I can reply to a messenger or a text message ever again until at least one of the 4 pieces of the puzzles are back in place. I won't explain the other 3, but yeah, when I say the ball's in her court, the ball's in her court. So check the 4 vids in the 4 corners of your screen. You'll see vids related to this subject, and yeah, you'll see why I'm the way I am. So goodbye and good night.